welcome to Millom Aerial FC, the oldest amateur rugby league club in the country. I'm reliably informed on looking at the signage. You entered the clubhouse was formed in 1873. We've had a couple of bad days of weather, but we've got it blue skies, a little bit of a breeze, but it's a lot warmer than it was last year when we did the U17's at open age, when it threw it down from start to finish. But it's opening game in the BARLA Three Counties Championship, being streamed live on our league app, and all games are going to be streamed, so the story you'll hear from the opening game to the final games, with the 17's games, the under-19's and open age, which are classed as double headers, one of which you'll be able to see next weekend. But this opening game is Cumbria under-17's against Yorkshire under-17's, and the teams, as given to me by the coaches, are as follows. At fullback for Cumbria, Ryan Wilson. On the wings, Jake Rothery and Jackson Traverse. Centres, Morgan Ackley and Alex Marson. Halfbacks, Pat Crash and Jack Newbegin. In the forwards, props, Daniel Hartley and Rio McQuiston. And at hooker, Dion Crow. Second rowers, Taylor Richardson and Martin Brunn. And skipper, and loose forward is Bill Hadwin. At substitutes, Jackson Donnan, David Beck, Jim McQuire and Jack Stevens. For Yorkshire, who are playing in the predominantly black strip, at fullback we've got Wesley Bruins. On the wings, Elliot Bell and Tyler Fisher, and in the centres, Max Kirkbright and Frankie Gibson. Halfbacks are Kyle Crankshaw and Tom Verity, and at the props, Paul Chitakunway and Ethan Lewis. Hooker is Kane Lister. Second rowers, Callum McGrath, Luke Rowe, and at loose forward is Alex Hindle, and the substitutes, Oliver Tomlinson, Brett MacDonald, Byram Leslie and Ethan Davidson. Head coach for Yorkshire is Trevor Penrose, assisted by Brett Turner, and the head coach for Cumbria is Steve Hartle. The referee is Lewis O'Brien. The touch judges are Sean Pickering and Phil Salisbury, and a kicking tee's been found, and Yorkshire are going to kick into the breeze, and it bounces once. It's going to go back to Yorkshire. It comes off a Yorkshire foot, and unfortunately, as he went down for the ball, he knocked on, but that was Kyle Cranswick. So is the win going to present a possibility of having something to do with the game? As I'm looking on his picturesque places, Millom, left hand side, there's a dark cloud hovering, but hopefully we're reliably informed that it's going to go away, and Cumbria got their first chance with the ball in hand, and scrum fed and scrum given, and it's a drive forward by Cumbria, but there's two in the tackle, including Luke Rowe from Yorkshire, and it's Rio McQuiston drives forward, and the first penalty of the game goes to Cumbria. Three in the tackle, trying to get dominance Yorkshire, but Cumbria get it first, and the ball goes dead, and they're in a fantastic position. They're about 20 metres away from the touchline. Dean Groh taps it, he gives it to Brun drives forward. Good tackle by the Yorkshire. Max Kirkbright involved. It's Crow again. Crow gets that ball left, and it's a double pump by the half-back as Crash for new beginning. It's that line just up to that 10 metres line. Ball carries on down that left hand side, and the fullbacks join the line. It's Ryan Wilson, and he's stopped in his tracks by Yorkshire having to defend their own line early in this game, and it's another drive forward. Good tackle from Yorkshire. Ball goes now to Rio McQuiston. McQuiston drives it forward. Last tackle. Finish in there. Dion Crow acting halfback. Ball goes right, and he gets it to Newbegin. Newbegin puts the ball out there, and no, he's not in. It's forward pass, but first attack by the Cumbria side, and only a forward pass foiled them taking the lead. As Yorkshire then, their first chance with ball in hand, they kicked off, knocked on, and they give a penalty away, and it's a drive forward there from the forwards, trying to as he's trying to put that ball back to them. Anyway, it's just going to be a tap then from Dion Crow, and Crow gets it out to one of his big forwards. Ball goes right, another drive, and that's number 8, Daniel Hartley. And it's another penalty to Cumbria. And that looks as if it was a call from the touch judge, or wide for Sam with the referee. As that ball goes dead, so Yorkshire going to have to defend this Cumbria attack again. And it's Dion Crow, the hooker. He's again wearing protective headgear. And it's a drive forward from Daniel Hartley. Makes good yards, just approaching 15-metre line. Ball goes right. New begin goes himself, and he's driving. It's a beautiful ball to the prop forward. He's going for it. Is McQuiston just short, and went himself. He feel that should have gone with the momentum of passing the ball, then should the standoff cash. Ball goes down that left hand side, and it's out to Dion Hartley again. He drives forward. There's 4 in the tackle. It's scrambling defence by Yorkshire at the moment, and they can't put him down. Referee's calling held. Takes waiting now for the play of the ball. Ball goes like a cut-out ball, and the ball goes loose to ground. And good sliding defence from Yorkshire. It was a beautiful cut-out pass from Cumbria, but couldn't hold it. So it's 0-0. What's that? The audio. We weren't sure about that last time, were we? Yeah, it's just right. We've got some slight difficulties where it might be getting a Norman Collier or the audio or the picture not playing wherever. Got a signal up here, but it's not the world's best. But we're doing our best as we speak. Teddy Gorman, who does a fantastic job filming and sorting this out the stream, and he's trying to reboot and get things going. So I might be talking to an header. This could be my best commentary of the year, this. But anyway, it's going to be a scrum, and it's head and feed to Yorkshire. And a chance to get a little bit of a breather as Cranswick makes a few metres forward. Kane Lister glancing left, glancing right. The ball goes right to Cranswick. Cranswick puts it there, and another drive forward, but still going. And but Taylor Richardson, one of the 2 tacklers involved, putting him down. There's another angled drive. Ethan Lewis from Yorkshire, important for both sides. Want to get off to a winning start. A draw's better than a loss, and Cumbria, they're a little bit too enthusiastic for their own good there. They've had all the territory as such in the possession stakes. You know, had a couple of goals at attacking this Cumbria line as from the tap. Paul Chitakunye drives it forward, and it's Kane Lister gets it out to Alex Sindel, who drives down centre field. His opposite number, Will Hadwin, involved in the tackle with 2 of his teammates. Ball goes right out to Bruins. Bruins gets it out to Frankie Gibson, who makes a few more metres. It's tackled by Jackson Traverse. Going down that short side, another drive forward from Luke Rowe. Again, one of the guys wearing a protective headgear, as we've got speckles of rain here. Hopefully not going to have shades of last year, but we'll play as we go along. And it's Chitakunye again driving it forward centre field, about last tackle, about 15 away. Ball goes right, and it's out to this little grubber there for Verity, and it goes dead, and Cumbria put that ball behind the line, so it's going to be a drop out from under the sticks with sprinklings of rain as such. The dark cloud overhead here. Hopefully it's not going to be torrential. It's a tarantula, well, it's a tarantula. Brilliant drop out, and Chitakunwe couldn't collect that ball. It's collected by Elliot Bell just on his own 20-metre line, so superb drop out, but Elliot Bell makes a good 10-15 metres. This time it's Ethan Lewis drives it forward on the halfway line, 2 gone, and Kane Lister glances to his left, and the ball goes left, and it's a shot goal, and he's looking through again. Beautiful ball there to Alex Hindle. Ball there from Cranswick. Going down this left-hand side, and it's Cranswick again. He finds his centre, Max Kirkbride. Kirkbride gets it out, and Yorkshire are in for the opener. It's 4-0 with a kick to come. The second attack came from that dropout, and not sure who the scorer of that try was, but the bottom line, it's 4-0 with the kick to come. So it's 4-0, and Tyler Fisher is going to try and turn that 4 into 6. Cheers. So Fisher lining this up. It's to the left of the post, about 10 metres to the left as we look from where our camera is, and ideal start from Yorkshire, given all the defence they had to do. And I'm a great believer as defence wins matches, which is a bit contradictory, but Cumbria have had all the pressure at the moment. But on Yorkshire's second attack, and it's the centre, and it went over. I thought it had gone wide, but you probably get a better angle than me. Max Kirkbride was the try scorer, and it's Tyler Fisher who's added the extras to give Yorkshire a 6-0 lead in the opening game of this U17's BARLA 3 Counties Championship game.
Line speed, let's push him back on the tackle.
So was that part of the cunning plan then for the dropout to be an HME to drop out, and then for Yorkshire to come down from there and score that try? Only time will tell, but Yorkshire get that ball back from the restart. On that right hand side there too, Ethan Lewis drives it forward. Kane Lister acting half-back, ball goes left there to Chitakunwe. That was one, that was a big hit on the Yorkshire prop by Brun and Crow, but he kept hold of the ball. Offload there to the hooker, and it's Verity who takes that tackle, takes that pass from Kane Lister. Lister acting half-back. Ball going down that short side now, and it's drive forward from Luke Rowe inside the Cumbria half, and the referee has spotted a little knock on. No matter how little or big they are, but it's going to be a scrum, head and feed to the hosts, Cumbria, in this BARLA 3 Counties U17's match 1, also being streamed live on the Our League app, and we thank BARLA for the BARLA thank the RFL for streaming this and the other 8 games to come live over the next 4 or 5 weeks. And looked like Callum McGrath was going for a ball steal off Martin Brun, but Martin Brun kept hold of it, and that's a drive forward from McQuiston. Just short of the halfway line. Crow glances, the ball goes left, and it's a drive forward by Hartley. As the sun shines once again as the ball goes left. Oh, well, you begin put a cut-out ball out, and Tyler Fisher went for the intercept. If he'd have caught it, I don't think anybody would have caught him, but he knocked on, so a let-off for Cumbria. But they are trying to play expansive rugby league as that great big black dark cloud's gone, and now we've got blue sky, clouds and sun. Tourist paradise, Millom. Brun drives it forward. 3 involved in that tackle, but on the Yorkshire 40-metre line. The coaches wanting width as McQuiston drives it forward. one man rugby at the moment. Oh, and on the second tackle, after making the second drive, putting themselves in a great position, it's a little knock on against Cumbria this time. So Yorkshire can take some big breaths and focus on getting the ball from the scrum. And so the beauty about this is the officials are all wide for sound, are working together, but the man in the middle who makes the final decisions is the referee, Lewis O'Brien, as Tyler Fisher makes a little run. Another drive forward, and it's Ethan Lewis again. Listed acting half-back, and it's out to Chittenanway. That's a forward pass on the second tackle again, and that's criminal if you're the Yorkshire coach. Just when you're thinking I can 5 drives and a kick and get down the other end and put pressure on the ball's it's forwarded, and head coach Steve Hartle looking we could have a double substitution very, very shortly. But ball coming down the short side, and it's Alex Marsden. Marsden drives, but he can't get through those tackles. Crow again. Crow gets it to Hadwin. Hadwin angled drive forward, and it's Lewis involved in the tackle. And it's a scoop from Action half-back from Crow. He strode those long legs. Oh, and well, we're having a little bit of dropsy at the moment. Knock on the head, unforced error by the Cumbria's prop Daniel Hartley, and they can't afford to do that in this game at the moment. Looking at Jamie McQuire is going to be coming on very, very shortly as Cumbria get that ball out of the scrum. He's tackled well though by Jake Rothery, and packed crash. Another run.
Control that rock. Control it now.
Another good drive forward. Kane Lister waiting to play it. Tita Conway again. He drives forward. He's wrapped up by Dion Cross. An interference at the play of the ball, and well, you would assume that these players have got the message, and from a Cumbria side, its first change is Jamie McQuire coming on as such as Chita Conway drives it forward. Clean play of the ball, and it's Lister. Lister, that ball goes now to Lewis, who's put some good drives in. Lister again, the ball goes right out to full back Bruins. Ferreter gave him the pass. Bruins drives it forward. They're 20 metres away. And it's out to Hindle. Hindle drives forward 10 metres away. Ball going down that short side, and it's a beautiful take and beautiful pass, but there and again it's Bruins who's passed it out to his right. I'm thinking that's Frankie Gibson, but we'll confirm that for you. And it's not my eyes, you'll be able to see it better on the camera from where I am, and we've got the runner now going looking for a scorer. But what the bottom line is, it's 10-0. And so Tyler Fisher then lining this one up. Can he double the lead? And the runner's come back, and it's Luke Rowe who scores that try, and Fisher adds the extras. It's 12-0.
Dave.
So this will be the start that the Yorkshire coaches and management will have wanted in this game after months of trials, and then having the agonising decision to decide who's going to be the final players in the squad. That they've reached this decision, and out of that, Trevor Penrose and Brett Turner have selected the 17 that are on show today, and as well as a win, it could also come down to points difference, so the side's going to have to stay focused all the way through this game, as it's a drive forward, a good 15-20 metre drive there from that front. It's Chitterconway. Oh, and Chitterconway! Well, Jamie McQuire's only just come on, but he's certainly introduced himself to the big prop, who gets up, plays the ball, who come down this short side, and it's a ball out there to Callum McGrath. McGrath drives it forward. Martin Brunn's involved in the tackle with loose forward and captain Hadwin. Another drive forward, it's a few metres. Hadwin involved again. Ball goes left, and it's a punt downfield there from Cranswick. Ball loping towards the touchline of the in goal, but it's picked up there by Ryan Wilson, the fullback, who makes a good 15 metres. Good chase, but good defence from the hosts, and it's McQuire there who drives forward there. He's put big hit in now. He's on his first drive. It's there and putting that tackle in there. Driving Callum McGrath involved again with Kyle Cranswick. Oh, and it's a knock on, and we're having this where they're all patting heads. Not happy with that. It's obviously something that these lads have seen in the Super League do when a player makes a mistake, but the Cumbria player will be frustrated at that. But it puts Yorkshire in a great position. They're 20 metres away from the Cumbria try line, and Cumbria are already 12 points behind. It's going to be all hands to the pump for the horse now. Ball goes to Cranswick. Cranswick puts it out to Bruins. Bruins, he's half stopped. He gets up though, and he's going down that right hand side again, and he passes it out to his winger, and Fisher goes over. It's going to give this. It's 16-0 with the kick to come, and that came from that scrum. But well, Yorkshire at the moment are in dreamland. This 16-0 up with the kick to come. Great work from Verity, but finished off superbly by the winger. So Fisher, he's kicked 2 goals. Now he's scored a try. Can he have the access to his try? But this is an ideal start though. They arrived here at 11:45. They've prepared well, they've warmed up well, and at the moment they're in control. This is from the touchline, left peg, 20 metre line. He hits it well, but it misses, so it's 16-0. But it's important now. Cumbria, big breaths, get back into it, and the defence has got to start. They've got to work hard. They can't afford to give another try away. It's important that they can try and get some points on the board. But very up, just holding up play up for a second or two till the ball comes back. He's talking to the players, and it's a good sign to see from youngster Lewis O'Brien, who referees scholarship games, and well taken by Tom Verity. I beg your pardon, it's Cranswick. Ball goes right now, little angled run, and it's Elliot Bell drives it forward, who made that 20 metre run that created, or beginning of the creation of Yorkshire's second try. Ball goes right, and it's a drive forward, and a few metres. There's 3 Cumbria players in the tackle, and Lister acting halfback. The ball goes out there to Verity puts a drop-off ball in and it's a drive forward. Just inside the Cumbria half, they're making easy meters at the moment, and that last one was Brett MacDonald, the substitute, and now it's Cranswick who drives and spins. Last one, they're on the Cumbria 40-metre line. Gets it out to Verity, puts a spiralling ball across. Oh, and I thought he juggled it, but he kept hold of it because it was a cracking chase. It had to be taken by winger Jackson Traverse. Now then, Cumbria got off to a great start in this game. Going down that short side. Little Lytton spin, drive forward from Cumbria up to their own 30-metre line. Kick downfield, that's a new beginning. Ball's trundling towards the in goal. It's picked up by Bruins. Makes 10. Steps off his right. Makes another 10. Little side step. 25 metres. Nimbly run there. Nimbly done. Bell. Crossfield crab style. And he's stopped in his tracks by Newbegin. That far side, and it's a drive, it's a tried offloading, but ball went out to collected by Cumbria, and they're going to get the head and feed. They're 35 metres away. Well, can they turn now this territory into points and a try? You feel they need to be the next scorers, even though we're still in the first half of this game. Oh, that was like slow motion to Pat Crash finds it, Traverse drives it forward. Bruins involved in the tackle. Done a quick play of the ball, and substitutes just come on. It's that warmed his ears. Jackson Donovan, he just come on. He got a high shot there. He's looking for McGuire on his outside, but he took a high one. So it's going to be a penalty for Cumbria. Going to tap it. They're 25 metres away. New Biggins gets that ball out there to Martin Brunn. Brunn drives forward, but there's 3-2 in the tackle. Ball goes left to New Biggins. New Biggins offers it, goes himself, and they still got the ball, but Luke Rowe, the last try scorer, puts that final tackle in, puts him down on his ground, and we've got a bit of an injury at the moment. It looks as if he's clutching his arm. But it's 16 points to 0. Cumbria are in a great position, about 10-12 metres away. The physio's on, making sure he's alright. From a Yorkshire point of view, I'm no doubt they'll be taking deep breaths to get themselves ready for the composure of what's going to hit them on this incoming Cumbria attack. And that's 2 tackles gone, I think. Well, he's sat up, that's the main thing. Cumbria in the dark blue and white hoops and dark blue stroke navy shorts, with navy and white piping going down the sides. So we could have another change in a minute. We could have Dion Crow going back on for Cumbria. Depends, he's got up. He's looking good. Dion Crow goes back into the dugout. It's another set of 6. It's a good drive forward there from Crash. Crash gets it out to his fullback Wilson, but Wilson's wrapped up there by Kirkbright. Another set of 6. This time it's David Beck driving it forward. Ball goes left. Crash puts a drop-off ball there to Brunn. Brunn driving, he's still going, he's by the H's now. Great chance. Ball goes left, but he goes himself. New Beggins. That's about going left, went himself. Now it's a little scoop from Acton Harpat. I think he's in, you know. He's not give it, so Jackson Donnan held on the line. So directing operations. Ball goes right right, and it's Crash thought a little jinking run going forward, but now he's going backwards a little bit, and he's still got that ball, can he stretch an arm out? He stepped again. Last tackle for Cumbria, can they go over? Oh, what an awful ball. New Beggins, that didn't do him any favours at all. You've got to compliment that Yorkshire defence. They were on their own line, they stopped Jackson Donnan on that line and Crash, but that was an awful ball on the last tackle as Yorkshire are clearing the lines. A good drive on the opener from Ethan Davidson, and now it's Lister having a little scoop from acting half back, and he's wrapped up by New Biggins, and it's Verity. Oliver Tomlinson's also now playing at hooker, mixing and playing the positions, everybody having a go at this game, and it's drop off to Davidson again, makes another good 10 metres. Kick and chase from Tomlinson, picked up deep inside their own 10 metre line is the winger. So another one-man rugby at the moment there. This time Morgan Ackley helping his forwards out. That was scruffy, that was horrible, and Jackson Donnan not happy about that, but what it does do, it gives the White Rose of Yorkshire head and feed. They're about 25 metres away, in a great position waiting for this scrum to form. As 30 minutes gone out in the game, 5 minutes left. It's important that Cumbria keep him out. So ball goes out, and it's Bruins joins the line. He puts a beautiful ball out to Bell. Bell, there's nobody there, he's going for it, he scores in the corner with an acrobatic swallow dive, and that's the last thing that Cumbria wanted. A move from the scrum down the short side, and Elliot Bell scores Yorkshire's fourth try, making it 20 points to 0 with the kick to come. So then Fisher, he's got one here on the touchline again, similar to the one on the opposite side of the field where they got the third try, when Tyler went in for his third try. But let's see what happens here. A little bit of a wind coming up now. Lines it up, left peg. A good kick if this one goes over. He hits it well. It's going across field, so that's doesn't get that one, but it's 20 points to 0. Well, that was the last thing that Cumbria needed at this stage of the game. They needed a bit of stability, and if you're going to go in at 16-0 down, but now it's 20, and well, that went backwards. Callum McGrath, I thought there was a mistake from Yorkshire, but it's picked up ball. The ball went into in goal by Bell, who makes a good 10 metres. Another drive forward. Davidson, I think he's tackled by Donnan. Ball goes right. Little step off his left foot by Brett MacDonald. He's making easy yards again. 2 gone. So glance to the right from Oliver Tomlinson. Just going one-man rugby at the moment, in total control of this game. They'll still chip over. How good's the chase? Oh, and if Butson maybe, if Bruins could have got that, who knows? But his opposite number, Ryan Wilson's picked up that loose ball. Just short now of the Cumbria half, and it's crash. Great ball to nobody, but the ball goes backwards. What the referee's saying, a knock on. It's not a knock on, he's given the scrum, and he's given the fair play to him, he's given the scrum to the hosts. There's a minute left. Can Cumbria get something? It's not Cumbria, it is Cumbria. Autobots tell him to pack the scrum. All you've got to do is go down. You're not going to get yourself hurt, young man. Crash feeds it. Donna gets it out at the outside, and it's Jack Stevens. He's pushed back in his tracks by three Yorkshire players. Going down that far side, another drive forward. Can Cumbria score before half time? Give them a booster while they have in the break. Drive forward, and this time Hadwin drives it forward, still letting his legs pump. They're 40 metres away from that Yorkshire try line. Ball goes right to Crash. Crash thinks about it, he goes himself, runs into his opposite number, Cranswick, as well as Ethan Davidson. He's still going. 35 away. Going down this short side, and it's another drive. This time it's a penalty, not being square. Tackle on Jamie McQuire. There's seconds left in this half, and a Crash is told what to do. He taps it, he gets it out to Jamie McQuire. McQuire drives forward, one gone. Donnan, an acting half-back. Ball goes left to New Beggins. New Beggins gets it out to skipper Hadwin. Hadwin drives it forward 10 metres away. There's a likelihood this is going to be the last set of the half. Going down that left hand side, he turns it inside to Rio McQuiston. McQuiston stopped in his tracks. Well, okay, he goes left, he goes right, Donnan, but he doesn't make any progress. Can they turn this pressure into Crash, put a grubber in. Want the world's best. And it's collected by Yorkshire again on their own line. Break, cut out pass here. But Bell's wrapped up this time. They soaked up the pressure well of Yorkshire. You see the Cumbria coach is glancing at his watches, but referee's been stopping a few times, and whatever time's on yours, if it's over 35 minutes, it's what he's added on when he stopped the game. As in this game, it's 35 minutes each way, and now we've had a forward pass, ball taken to Max Kirkbright, and this could well be the, well, said the last set before, so we'll just see what happens. But Cumbria, as we approach half time, that's the best way of putting it. 20 metres away, scrum, they've got 6 tackles to try and get through. New Beggins gets it out to Wilson. It's a cut out ball to centre Ackley. Ackley jinking inside, but he offloads there to New Beggins. Beggins goes left. Now he goes right, offers it. Goes himself, shows it again. He's wrapped up though by Ethan Davidson. And the whistle goes, and at half time in this match 1 of the BARLA 3 Counties Championship under-17s tournament, it's Cumbria 0. Yorkshire under-17s 20. Game itself started with Cumbria having all the action and all the attack, and Cumbria having to defend defiantly on their own line for a number of sets. But on their opening chance of scoring, or their opening attack, Yorkshire went and scored with a cracking try from Max Kirkbright, which was converted by Tyler Fisher. Then a short time later, it would get off Yorkshire's only second attack. It was quick hands from Bruins that found Luke Rowe, and he drove over from close range to make it to 10-0. Fisher added the extras, 12-0. Then a little move down that right hand side saw Verity find Tyler Fisher, who went in at the corner, touchline conversion he couldn't make. And then on the half-hour mark, Elliot Bell took a beautiful ball, scrum a set move, went down the short side. Elliot Bell got it, took the ball off Ferretti, and went in to make it 20 points to 0. Again, Fisher missed the kick, and at the back end we had back-to-back penalties with pressure from Cumbria, but they ran out of time. So we have a half-time score here in Game 1 of this Under-17's BARLA 3 Contis Championship of Cumbria 0, Yorkshire 20. More to come in the second half on a league app. Rugby league club in the world, formed in 1873. Waiting for this second half to start. The sun's out. There's clouds in the distance. We're hoping them on our left are going to keep away. We get some of these white fluffy ones which are to our right, and that's as good as I get for being
Vinny!
What do you call fish? What do you call somebody fish? The weatherman. Anyway, I'm ad libbing now. I believe you may have been having problems, hopefully not with the commentary, but with the streaming that we're doing, and we're guided by the Wi-Fi that we're using. But hopefully, part of it's coming through, and the part that matters when the tries are being scored, which at the moment are all being scored by Cumbria, by Yorkshire, I beg your pardon, but Cumbria need to be the next try scorers. And they've got a great chance. The opener is from the restart. It's Oliver Thomas who knocks on his own 30-metre line from the restart. The ideal start for Cumbria. Having said that, they started off brightly in the first half, but now they've got to be bright and they've got to get points, as the water has just been shot by his son with his water gun. As drive forward, and it's Martin Brunn driving forward. He's still going. Cracking barnstorming run that. Dion Crow acting half-back ball going down the short side, and it's out to Adwin. Adwin driving forward, 2 gone. Crow gets it out to second row. Brunn scored in the opening minute of the second half. Makes it 20 points to 4. It's game on. Well, what a great start. The opening minute of the second half. Cumbria score the point. Rubbish. But a great start then for Cumbria. So restart. Yorkshire knocked on. And 12. Martin Brunn drove over for Cumbria's opener. Well, as kicks in front of the sticks, you'd expect New Begging to get this, but all kicks are easy as long as they go over. And it does, and it's 20 points to 6, and it's game on. So that kickoff did the business to some tune. Big mistake from Yorkshire. They've been imperious in defence. They've not made a lot of mistakes at all in this game, but going to have the change of the ascendancy. The sun's shining. Is he going to shine on Cumbria? Bounces in goal, and it's collected from Cumbria. It's a good chase, but also it's a good drive. I think it's Hadwin who took that ball. Crow acting half back, gets that ball out. A drive forward. Cumbria have got to keep up this ascendancy now and believe. Oh, and well, Crow will be kicking himself there on that one. He knocks on 15 metres from their own line, just when they were in the ascendancy, wanting to improve on that. You listen to the so-called experts who say the most important set of any game is the one after you've scored.
Get your numbers right.
And that could prove crucial for either side here, whether Yorkshire can score or whether Cumbria can keep that out. And it goes out, and it's there. Out ball goes out there to Frankie Gibson. Takes that ball from Cranswick. 10 away. Another drive forward. A little bit of a juggle, but Cumbrian takes the ball.
Up and out!
Drive forward this time. It's Davidson, and Davidson goes over. And a great way for Yorkshire to reply, to making it now 24 points to 6. But it all came from that knock on early in that tackle count.
Strong Lukey! Stop shooting me then. You do it for tip your legs right up.
So Luke Rowe drives over for his second of the game. After that Cumbria knock on. Front of the sticks, you'd fancy Fisher to put this over. Yeah, no problem. That he kicks his third of the game. Tyler Fisher making it Cumbria at 6, Yorkshire 26. And after that momentum from that try in that opening minute, now it's Cumbria now have got to restart again, lift themselves, get back into this game. Verity takes out that time they knocked on from that restart, but Cumbria put that tackle in a good style there. It was Morgan Ackley involved with that, and their eagerness to put themselves about and get back into it, they concede a penalty. And Wesley Brewis has a ball, he taps it and he gets it out to Ethan Davidson. Davidson drives it forward. Little Tomlinson gets that ball out, little angled run here on this right hand channel. The 3 Cumbrian forwards in the tackle, including Ethan Lewis, as Lister gets to the ball. It's a little one-man rugby here at the moment.
Work hard, off the marker!
And down the left. Good ball, trash ball. Cumbria getting across, stopping him in his tracks. Ball goes down that short side again now, and it's Bell's in at the corner. Well, Yorkshire got another try, back-to-back tries, went down that left-hand side, and what a cracking effort from Elliot Bell, his second of the game, making it 28 points to 6 with the kick to come.
Yeah, right. Who's your girlfriend? Who? Somebody, yeah, but what's her name? Is it your girlfriend? Yeah, I've got two girlfriends and 2. I'm the only woman in their life.
So Tyler Fisher, he's got one on the touchline again. The 2 he's had from there have gone across the posts. He hits it well. It's going towards them. What a brilliant touchline kick by the winger, and that makes it 32 points to 6 for Cumbria.
Oh. Safe for Cumbria.
That's for Cumbria then.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had a moment. I don't imagine anybody in Cumbria watching this will think, well, yeah, we'll take that. But unfortunately, it's 32 points to 6 to Yorkshire. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Teddy Gorman for pointing that little bit before part out. But how much Cumbria'd want that? But they've not. It is the visitors who were in total control of this game. And like I said, points difference could be crucial in this game. Next weekend, Cumbria travel to Thatchworth Crusaders to take on Lancashire next Sunday. Yorkshire, they're trying to play expansive rugby now, but they lose the ball, and Cumbria have got it just inside the. Well, we're doing well. That's the first time we've heard that one.
Get him on side.
Get them on side. And he was right. The spectator was right. The referee heard him because he blew for it. So now then, can Cumbria somehow get a foothold back in this game after that great start at the beginning? Within a minute, they'd cut the lead to 20 points to 6, but then knocked on the third tackle, gave a try away, and then another quick fire try, and that's why we're in the situation that we are now. It's Crowd acting halfback. Ball goes left to Martin Bronu. Crow out to Hartley. Hartley drives it forward, about 5 away. Ball goes right to Crash. Crash gets it out, a bit of a juggle there, but the Cumbria forward manages to keep hold of it. He's put on his back, slowing the play of the ball. New Biggins, little angled grubber. Oh, and he's in, number 10. Rio Quiston replies, and it's a try. Rio McQuiston makes it Cumbria 10, Yorkshire 32. So New Biggins lining this one up. Straight between the H's, and there's 20 points in it. It's Cumbria 12, Yorkshire 32. Jack New Biggins converts that, his second conversion of the afternoon for the hosts.
Plenty of time. 10 gone already.
So referee just holding up the clock, making sure there's no advantage or disadvantage given against the side. Waves the clock on, start again, and it's well, that was a cracking kick and a cracking collect, and thinking of that, we've got a number 18 on. I'd like to thank Trevor Penrose and Brett Turner, because I've not got a Scooby who he is. There's obviously been a change of shirt or something. He was only collect that ball. Going for the line. Oh, and they're in again. It's another try from that kick-off. They got that ball back, and well, again, just as Cumbria coming back, Yorkshire go back in.
I don't know.
Just gonna get ridiculed when I go ask this.
And I've got a great runner.
Sven, just go straight through middle.
Well, soon.
It'll be quick enough.
So I just got the runner going for that try scorer, but again, Cumbria, they're almost enemies. Like from that kick-off, they didn't take it. Yorkshire took advantage, and they made them pay with a try on that far side as they drove over for the line. Fisher has the extras, and that.
Come on, boys!
I didn't realise it was going to be like.
So that makes it 30 points to 12, and the try scorer was Callum McGrath after an air ball run by the runner.
Ben, are the all very fast? Oh. Get a radio. Have you not got his phone number? Got his phone number?
Well, that's scandalous, isn't it, really, being offside from a kick-off, and surely they don't read this referee that is going to be meticulous on these things, and that's the last thing that Cumbria wanted, because like Yorkshire have kicked it as it rolls into touch about, 5 metres from the try line. It could get worse before it gets better. So Cumbria, what a bad mistake, as Yorkshire come driving forward again and stopped in the tracks. This time it's number 14 Donnan gets it out to the Chitta Conway. Chitta Conway stopped in his tracks. Ball goes right to Verity. Verity gets it out to nobody in particular, and it's ball goes backwards. So Cumbria have pushed him back a little bit. Ball going down this right hand side now, and it's a standoff, going for it, making a bid for it, but he's Cranswick stopped in his tracks. Last tackle, Verity, angled grubber, everybody's watching, but it's number 16 Leslie who gets that try, and that makes it 42-12. And it's getting worse for the hosts. Fisher lining his 8th up. He's got 5 from 7. Make that 6 from 8, and it's 44 points to 12. Well, Cumbria will be making sure one thing's for sure, that when they have this restart, that they are all behind, because the referee's already pinged them back for a penalty from a kick-off, and from a resulting of one of those, Yorkshire went over for the score. But Yorkshire well and truly in control now. Been in control since the first attack, when they scored their opening try in that first half, and they were 20-0 up, as Newbegging restarts the game. It's a good chase, but Yorkshire take the ball, and they're on their own 20-metre line at the moment. Oh, and that's another penalty, and their own worst enemies here now. There, it's referees wanted to quick play the ball. He's not wanted any interference, and so people might be thinking he's being a bit pernickety, but he's there to do it for both sides. And at the moment, the side that are making the mistakes are Cumbria, and Yorkshire from their point of view are taking advantage of every mistaken chance they can. From Cumbria's point of view, they want to try and stop the 50 points. Donnan finds Luke Rowe. Luke Rowe drives forward on opening tackle, and already in the Cumbria half. Ball going left. Lewis drives it forward, and another one. Well, I think they're a little bit bemused at Cumbria what some of these decisions David Beck's not sure why he had that one given against him, but the referee's more than happy with it. And done it for a ball steal. I've just been informed by one of our friends. So can they bring the 50 up? Waiting for the ball to come back. Cumbria just drawing some breath in now as it's Tomlinson at acting half back. He taps it. Goes down the short side to the full back at Bruins. It's stopped in his tracks. Winger on his outsides on a hat trick. Chutter in way. Drives it forward. He's out 5 away. Got numbers on the right hand side if they want to use them. Oh, a beautiful cutout pass. It's got to be in the winger. Oh, it's a knock on, and referee and linesman spotted it well, and Tyler Fisher blew that one there. An unbelievable beautiful ball there. I think it was Cranswick. He must have been about 20 metres out to his wing. There's nobody in front of him. He went in to score, but lost it in scoring, and a let off for Cumbria, albeit that they're 32 points behind. Like I say, it could come down to points difference. So Yorkshire can't afford to relax. Some big hits from the Yorkshire forwards at the moment as Cumbria trying to get out to their own half. Another drive, 2 in the tackle upstairs and downstairs, and that a little bit too enthusiastic by Cumbria. Mark Kirkbright, one of the 2 players involved, so Cumbria have got penalty. Ball goes dead. They're going to start an attack inside the Yorkshire half, which has been rare in this second half. Pat crash. Drive down that far side. Cumbria. Oof. Another good hit. Wilson trying to get his side moving. 3 gone, they're 15 away. Can they get the 3rd of the game? Little scoop from acting half back, and he's stopped in his track. About 5 away. Can Cumbria go over? Oh, a new begging, sadly. Knocks on 5 metres away. I know that talking to the Cumbria management and coaching staff, they've not been able to put in the sessions, court training that they were hoping to do because of the weather and situation where they were training. Stretch away, they'll say that it's no excuse, but obviously I know that Yorkshire have been trialling and training for the last couple of months. Managed to get a friendly as well in a game against one of the Hull College Academy sides. But Yorkshire with the ball. Can Cumbria keep him down here? Get him a stay. Get the ball back. Another run. 3 in the tackle, including the skipper Willard looking leading by example. And that was a forward pass to Ethan Lewis, who's not happy with that tackle, but Cumbria aren't going to be bothered. It's a forward pass, and they're going to get the ball back. New Beggins got the ball. Jackson Don and the hooker is on back, loose forward. He gets that ball out, gets it to Crash. Crash gets it out to his winger, who puts a beautiful ball out to the side. Oh, and they're in. They're going to score. He's going to go under the H's. I think it's Morgan Ackley who's got that one. So Morgan Ackley gets that try. Beautiful move down that short side. And it's Cumbria's 3rd try of the game, but it's 16 points to 44. So New Beggins then, lining this one up. Runs up, puts it over. It's his third goal of the game to go with the third try of Cumbria, and it's 18 points to 44 to Yorkshire. So we got the tee, we're just waiting for the ball, and credit where credit's due. They've scored 3 tries in the second half, but every time they've scored, Yorkshire just gone back the other end, fed off a mistake and scored immediately afterwards, so that any slight advantage of momentum that Cumbria have had, they've had it snatched away from them straight away. They'll be hoping now this time they can collect it and come back this other end and get some more points on the board. As I say, points difference could be important in this game, especially with game 2 coming up when Cumbria travel to Lancashire, and then the final, the big one, when Yorkshire will be playing Lancashire, what looks like it could be the decider for this year's Three Counties Championship. Lancashire, the current champions, and were awesome last year, and they'll be watching this thinking could be an interesting game 3, albeit they'll not discount game 1. They are the champions. They did do the clean sweep at every age group, and they'll be confident of doing it again as the ball's gone loose. There's a young kid behind us collecting the ball. As long as he realises he's not going to dive over for a try, and he gets it out to him. And Cumbria then. Jackson Donnan at Hooker gets it out, and it's a drive forward there from Cumbria. That was Richardson. Now it's another drive forward. Man wanting to quick play the ball. Ball goes right to New Beggins. New Beggins gets it out to Crash. Crash, no look pass. But the no look pass didn't come off, and it's been penalised for a run around obstruction. As again the referees are working in unison with the touch judges. So again, all right, Cumbria got the penalty, but all of a sudden there's a Chitaconway drives it forward. Yorkshire gets something in return early doors. Lewis drives it forward, and it's Dion Crow who's involved in the tackle with 2 of his teammates. Ball goes left. Cranswick finds he's at fullback, Bruins, but Bruins thinking about the offload, but he takes the tackle, and now he's Rother is involved for Cumbria, but he won't go down, won't Bruins. Down this short side again, shouted forward in front of us. The referee's happy with it. Verity finds Cranswick. Crossfield bomb. Well, he's offside. Well, he knocked on this time. The crossfield bomb. Clive Cake, unfortunately, was a mile offside. So the Yorkshire winger Tyler Fisher could have had a hat trick. As it is, he's got 1 and 6 converted goals for individual tally of 16, as New Beggins aims for the camera, but just misses us by about 10 yards. You've got to give this Cumbria side credit where due, though. They've never given up. They've kept going. I've been a bit petty here. New Beggins gets it out, and it's a drive forward, and I think Davison's involved in the tackle with Alex Hindle. Ball goes right, New Beggins gets it out to Crash gets it out to David Beck. He's wrapped up still inside their own half. New Beggins knew that looked forwardish, and it was, and just glancing, Cumbria coach is frustrated really about that, just getting into a good attacking mode there, but it's all gone west for them, or south, is the expression, and Yorkshire waiting to feed it. It's Verity finds his fullback who joins the line. Bruins wrapped up. Morgan Ackle involved in the tackle. Tomlinson finds Lister. Lister puts a drop-off ball there out. 30 away. It's 18:44. To Lewis. Lewis is stopped in his track. Cross is involved again. Donnan's involved. As is Richardson. Ball goes right to Cranswick. Cranswick switches direction of play. Oh, beautiful to Bruins. Bruins gets it out to Byron Leslie, and he scores his second of the game to make it 44 points to 18, and Yorkshire's 9th try. So then Tyler Fisher lining this one up. It's about 5 metres inside from the touchline. He put a cracker over from the far side on that touchline before, so this is well within his capabilities. Can he bring the score up to 50 points? Lining it up, he's had a look. Strikes it well. It's to the right, so it's 48 points to 18. There's 30 points in it, and Fisher has kicked 6 from 9 as well as scoring a try. He's had one try disallowed for a knock-on as he was scoring, and one for offside. But Cumbria have been valiant in this game, but the visitors have been lethal in attack. That try came off a beautiful ball from Wesley Bruins for the 9th try for the side.
Without a ball again.
And we're having a little bit of a break for the ball. Wouldn't you have thought that those pesky touch judges would have got that ball from Terry?
Set one up.
But there is a ball on now. There's a ball in the background. I don't know how long's left, but nobody's going for the ball. I don't know whether it's a Yorkshire ball or a Cumbria ball. And no doubt they'll all be doing a bit of checking after to make sure that they've got their own. And I'm leaving it at that. So it's Cumbria way again, driving forward. But they've got a youthful big pack as Ethan Davison drives forward for the visitors. Ball goes right, and it's Lewis. He juggled it. He's put himself about. He's put a good effort in when he's been on that pitch driving forward. No frills rugby, and it's a punt downfield and chase, and it's Fisher going for it. But you'd fancy the Jackson Traverse, and I thought he'd have picked it up and come back, but he's put the ball dead, so it's going to be a dropout. I thought he got a little bit more time than that, but obviously he could hear the hoofs of Tyler Fisher striding behind him. The sun's still shining here at Millermere FC. Hopefully the streaming's from our league app is working well now, as Brilliant that by Cumbria. Went for the short one and they got it. So they show their invention despite the fact that they're at 30 points behind to Yorkshire. Rowe driving forward and he's met by Titan Conway. Another drive forward from Cumbria. Never given up, not dropped their heads at all during this game. Looking for a gap and just stopped in his tracks. Ball goes right to New Beggins. New Beggins puts it downfield. How good's the chase? It's taken though by Fisher. Fisher goes at his opposite number and makes 10 metres. I'm not sure it took a bang or not there, but he's got up all right. But New Beggins involved in the tackle. He's out with Jack Stevens. Another drive and spin forward. 3 gone from the visitors. And Fisher looks as if he's got a bit of cramp as he's stretching out. Lewis again drives forward. He runs into Donnan. And Rowe ball comes loose. Beautiful. Oh, nearly beautiful offload to Bruins. But he loses it. Looks as if we're ready for loping down the middle of that Cumbria defence. But he's not done. It's going to be scrum, head and feed to Cumbria. Dead on halfway line. Referee Lewis O'Brien making sure he's got the right gap from the scrum, and credit to him and his touch judges Sean Pickering and Phil Salisbury. They've worked together as a team and they've done a good job in my opinion. As New Beggins shows and goes, and Luke Rowe involved in the tackles. Now it's Hadwin to one-man rugby now. Can Cumbria get another try? Hartley bounces off 3, including Ethan Davidson and Kane Lister. New Beggins to Crash. Crash gets it out to his prop McQuiston, one of the Cumbria try scorers. He's stopped in his track. Crash gets it out and it flicks out back to Ackley. Ackley tries an offload and he gets it back to Crash. Changes that ball back, it goes to New Beggins. It's kickfield by him, downfield by him, and it's picked up by Fisher. Takes on up his opposite number and Travers wraps him up, as well as Jack Stevens and Taylor Richardson. Another drive downfield by Yorkshire. It's Lewis again, I think. 3 involved in the tackle. New Beggins. Hadwin. Chitakunye. Ball goes out, I think that's Bell on that far side, changes direction of play. And that's Bruins jinking feet, but he's nonchalantly dumped.
Jack, let's go! Jack, let's go!
Cranswick punts it downfield on the last, and Bell's chasing it, he's on a hat trick. He gets to his opposite number and dumps him. And they lose the ball, and a kick's as only good as its chase. And credit where credit due for Elliot Bell, he's hungry. That second try scored down that short side earlier in the second half was very, very impressive. And now he's chased that kick, he's forced a mistake. And it gives Yorkshire a chance to get the 10th try and bring up the 50. As I keep saying, points difference could be crucial in this game. Cranswick to Bruins. Bruins has numbers to his right, cuts inside, he's going himself. Little jink, nobody's got a hand on it. They have now. Takes a tackle, about 8 metres away. He had numbers to his right, but they go left. Cranswick puts. Oh, it's a cut-out ball. Tried the cut-out ball, but it's taken by the Cumbrian winger. And now Crowe's put some work in the hooker has. Another drive forward, so New Beggins, little chip over, but it's taken by Frankie Gibson. steps off his right, makes a few metres, but he's wrapped up by Ryan Wilson, and Ryan Wilson's wrapped up by New Beggins, and they're on the Cumbria 40-metre line. That was forward a mile, that, to Chittacunye, but referee, I've got to say that's probably the first decision that they've got wrong. It's Brunwick Bruin. Bruins comes himself, drives it forward, took that inside ball, and 20 metres away. The 10th try looming. Lister gets it out on that far side, but Ackley puts the tackle in, defending that line. They don't want to make it. Let them get to 50, don't Cumbria. Lister, little angle grubber, it's bouncing everywhere. Oh, well, that's the easiest try that Frankie Gibson will score in his career. There's an angle grubber, it was going to no one in particular, everybody left it, and Gibson got the least ball, and that breaks it 52 points to 18 with the kick to come.
Yeah, but they lost ball a couple of times.
James was there, wasn't he? James was down there yesterday afternoon. I thought he was at work. I thought he worked till 5, 6. No, he was
Well, the shaking hands, the whistle's going to go any moment now. As Wesley Bruins goes for this one. And Leslie Bruins misses that one, but the final score in game 1 of the BARLA 3 Counties Championship at under 17's pans out at Cumbria 18, Yorkshire 52. When the second half started really brightly for Cumbria, albeit that they were 20-0 down within the opening minute, they forced a mistake from the kick-off from the visitors and went downfield, and Martin Brunn went in for the try, which was converted for Jack Newby, who went on to convert the other 2. But from the restart, after that try, Cumbria knocked on. Yorkshire got the ball, and Luke Rowe went over for his second try, and Fisher added it to make it 6 points to 26 to the visitors, who then, a few minutes later, attacked and went down the short side, and Elliot Bell went over in the corner. Beautiful try, went about 10-15 metres, beat the defence. The game really was good as over then, but Cumbria didn't, as it were, put their head down and lay down the rack, and they scored the next try, following a grubber from the number 7, New Beggins. Rio McQuiston, the prop, dropped on by the post to make it 32-10, and the extras were added. Then from a short kick-off, the Yorkshire side got the ball back, and from that next set, Callum McGrath went over for his size 7th try, making it 38 points to 12. Yorkshire continued to press, and more tries were to come. First of all, from a Verity grubber, Byron Leslie went in for his first. That was converted, that made it 44-12. But Cumbria, like I said, they wouldn't lie down, and they got the third try through. Morgan Ackley with a great move down the short side. It was added, and that made it 44-18. And then in the last seconds of the game, the ball across field, grubber, call it what you want, bounced a little bit. Nobody wanted it, but Frankie Gibson picked up the loose ball, went over to score out wide, making it 52 points to 18. Fullback Wesley Brewers had a go at kicking it, but we can, I think, say we now know why Tyler Fisher is the kicker. Tyler Fisher is the kicker for Yorkshire. So it's all gone right for the visitors. They've got off to the way they wanted. Perhaps they weren't expecting a score of such magnitude, but the bottom line is they won the game. Cracking game. Cumbria gave it all. All it is now is it all leads now next week to game 2 next Sunday, which is at Thatchworth Crusaders, when Cumbria take on Lancashire, and then also on the Saturday is double dose on of a league at when you've got the Lancashire who are champions of the 19s in the open age playing their first game of the double header, and that's at Lee Miners Rangers, and that's at home to Cumbria. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's given you an appetite for next week's game 2 and game 1 of the BARLA U17's Championship, which has all been streamed live on the Our League app. Hope you've enjoyed it. From Terry Gorman, our erstwhile guy that's tried to make sure that you get the signal and give you the pictures, and from myself, Steve Manning. See you next week. Can't wait.